Before we begin, make sure you stay till the end, because what you are about to see is not just a talent show story, it is a reminder that talent can come from the most unexpected places on earth, and sometimes, it does not even walk on two legs. When people think of talent, they imagine singers hitting impossible notes, dancers flipping through the air, or magicians pulling off mind-blowing illusions. But nobody, absolutely nobody, expects a rabbit to steal the show on one of the biggest stages in the world. And yet, that is exactly what happened when Bini the Bunny hopped onto the stage of America's Got Talent and changed the meaning of talent forever. This is not just the story of a rabbit. This is the story of belief, dedication, and a bond between an animal and a human that left millions of people smiling, laughing, and cheering in pure disbelief. Bini is not an ordinary rabbit. From the moment you look at him, you can tell there is something special. His bright eyes, alert ears, and calm confidence make it clear that he is more than just a cute pet. Long before the bright lights of America's Got Talent, Bini was already amazing people in small shows, local performances, and online videos that slowly began spreading across the internet. His owner and trainer believed in him when no one else did. Training a rabbit is not easy. Rabbits are known for being shy, sensitive, and easily distracted. Most people struggle just to teach them simple habits, let alone complex tricks that require timing, balance, and focus. But Bini was different. He learned not only to follow commands, but to enjoy performing. Basketball spinning on his head, jumping through hoops, skateboarding with perfect balance, and even painting with brushes, Bini showed skills that many humans would struggle to master. Each trick was not just about training, it was about trust. A rabbit must feel safe, calm, and confident to perform under pressure, and Bini clearly did. When the day finally came for America's Got Talent, the atmosphere was electric. The judges were relaxed but skeptical. After all, they had seen it all. Or at least they thought they had. When Bini was introduced, smiles appeared, but expectations were low. A rabbit act sounded entertaining, but not life-changing. As Bini entered the stage, the audience let out a soft wave of laughter and applause. He looked small under the massive lights, but he did not look scared. He looked ready. The music started, and that is when everything changed. Bini began with smooth movements, riding his tiny skateboard across the stage with perfect control. Gasps filled the room. The judges leaned forward. The audience clapped in rhythm, already impressed. Then came the basketball. Bini balanced it carefully, spinning it on his head as if it was the most natural thing in the world. Each trick flowed into the next, and with every passing second, the disbelief in the room grew stronger. People were not laughing anymore. They were cheering. What made the performance truly special was not just the tricks themselves, but Bini's personality. He was calm, focused, and clearly enjoying every moment. His ears moved with the music, his hops were perfectly timed, and his confidence filled the entire stage. Simon Cowell, known for being the toughest judge, could not hide his smile. His expression slowly changed from curiosity to genuine amazement. When someone like Simon Cowell is impressed, you know something extraordinary is happening. As the performance reached its peak, Bini finished strong, standing proudly as the crowd erupted in applause. People were on their feet. The energy was overwhelming. The judges looked at each other, smiling in disbelief. The moment the performance ended, the applause did not stop. Cheers echoed throughout the theater. This was not just appreciation. This was respect. The judges praised Bini for being one of the most original and joyful acts they had ever seen. They spoke about how difficult it is to train a rabbit to perform at this level, and how rare it is to see an animal so comfortable on such a big stage. But beyond the talent, there was something deeper. Bini reminded everyone that talent does not need to be loud or flashy to be powerful. Sometimes, it just needs heart. The video of Bini's performance spread across the world within hours. Millions of people watched, shared, and commented. Children laughed with joy. Adults smiled in disbelief. Animal lovers celebrated a moment that proved animals are capable of incredible things when treated with patience and love. Bini became more than just a performer. He became a symbol of positivity. In a world full of stress and negativity, a talented rabbit brought people together with simple happiness. Behind the scenes, the bond between Bini and his trainer was clear. Every move, every trick, every pause showed trust. This was not forced. This was not rushed. It was the result of years of care, understanding, and gentle training. Many people asked how it was possible. The answer was simple but powerful. Respect the animal. Understand its nature. Never push beyond comfort. Celebrate small wins. Build trust before expecting results. Bini's journey also changed how people view animal intelligence. Rabbits are often underestimated, seen as fragile, quiet, and simple. But Bini showed the world that intelligence comes in many forms, and every creature has potential. Even after the show, Bini continued to perform, inspire, and bring smiles to faces across the globe. His legacy lives on in videos, memories, and the hearts of those who witnessed something truly special. This performance was not about winning or losing. It was about reminding the world that joy can come from anywhere. That talent has no limits. That belief can turn the impossible into reality. So next time someone tells you something cannot be done, remember the rabbit who skateboarded into history. Remember the quiet confidence, the gentle hops, and the roaring applause. Because sometimes, the most powerful performances come from the smallest performers. If this story made you smile, inspired you, or simply amazed you, then it did its job. Talent is everywhere. You just have to believe in it. And Bini the Bunny proved that the world's most talented stars do not always walk on 2 feet. But what many people do not realize is that Bini's journey did not magically begin on the America's Got Talent stage. That unforgettable performance was only the final chapter of a story that had been quietly written over years of patience, failures, and small victories that most people never saw. Long before the bright lights, applause, and viral fame, Bini was just a young rabbit living a calm and ordinary life. Like most rabbits, he was naturally cautious. Sudden sounds could startle him. New environments made him pause and observe before taking even a single hop. At first, no one imagined that this gentle creature would one day perform in front of millions. Training Bini required an entirely different approach than training dogs or other commonly trained animals. Rabbits do not respond well to pressure or loud commands. They need trust, routine, and consistency. Every session had to be short, calm, and positive. One wrong move, one moment of stress, and progress could be lost. The early days were slow. Some days, Bini refused to cooperate at all. Other days, he would surprise everyone by mastering a new movement with ease. Every small success felt like a huge achievement. A hop in the right direction. A moment of balance. A second. Longer holding focus. Instead of forcing tricks, his trainer focused on play. The skateboard was introduced not as a tool, but as a toy. The basketball was something to explore, not perform with. Over time, Bini began to associate training with fun, not fear. That was the secret. As Bini grew more confident, his abilities expanded. Balance improved. Focus sharpened. Coordination became second nature. What looked impossible to outsiders became normal in training sessions. Still, no one imagined just how far this journey would go. When videos of Bini began appearing online, people were instantly drawn in. At first, viewers watched out of curiosity. A rabbit on a skateboard sounded amusing. But soon, they stayed because of amazement. Each video revealed a rabbit who was not just trained, but genuinely engaged. Comments flooded in from around the world. People could not believe their eyes. Many thought it was fake. Others replayed the videos again and again, trying to understand how a rabbit could move with such control and confidence. That growing attention eventually opened the door to something much bigger. An opportunity that would put Bini on a global stage and test everything he had learned. America's Got Talent is not just a show. It is pressure at the highest level. Loud music, flashing lights, cheering crowds, and complete unpredictability. Even experienced human performers struggle under that intensity. For a rabbit, it could have been overwhelming. But Bini surprised everyone. Behind the scenes, he remained calm. Familiar routines helped him stay relaxed. His trainer stayed close, providing comfort and reassurance. The bond between them was stronger than any fear. When it was time to perform again, Bini did not hesitate. He trusted the process. He trusted the bond. And most importantly, he trusted himself. What made his performance stand out was not perfection. It was authenticity. There was no sense of stress or confusion. Every movement felt natural. Every trick flowed with ease. The audience was not just watching a rabbit perform tricks. They were watching confidence in its purest form. After the show aired, the impact was massive. Parents showed the clip to their children. Teachers used it as an example of patience and perseverance. Animal lovers celebrated a moment that challenged stereotypes and expectations. Bini became a reminder that intelligence and talent are not limited by size, species, or appearance. He proved that when animals are treated with respect and kindness, they are capable of incredible things. The judges themselves later spoke about how rare it is to see an animal act that feels joyful rather than forced. That distinction mattered. Bini was not just performing. He was expressing himself. As fame grew, so did responsibility. Ensuring Bini's well-being remained the top priority. Performances were carefully planned. Rest was never compromised. His happiness always came first. Because without that, none of it would matter. Even today, years after his appearance, Bini's legacy continues. New viewers discover his performance daily. Social media clips still circulate. Reactions are still filled with shock, smiles, and admiration. In a world where talent shows are crowded with competition, Bini stands alone. Not because he was the best rabbit, but because he was simply himself. His story teaches a powerful lesson. Talent is not about forcing greatness. It is about discovering it gently. It is about patience, belief, and allowing potential to grow naturally. Bini did not just win hearts. He changed perspectives. And long after the applause faded, the message remained clear. Sometimes, the most unforgettable stars do not chase the spotlight. They hop into it quietly and leave the world amazed. If this story continues to inspire you, remember this. Greatness does not always roar. Sometimes, it hops softly and steals the show.